Well, good morning from the Salt Lake City airport, where I am in the middle, quite literally, of a cross-country trip. And on my video from the flight out here, I very briefly mentioned having an ostomy bag while flying. And I got more than a few messages of people want to know a little more details about that. A couple of them mentioned that they have gotten an ostomy bag and have not flown since, or need to fly and are scared to death of it or worried about it because they don't know how it's going to work getting through security, what's going to happen to their bag once they go up in high altitude on the plane. So in this video, we're going to go through all of that from beginning to end, show you the process, show you how it works, and explain some of the things that make it a little easier. So to get started on that, let's go back to the beginning of this trip and get going. So it's about 3:30 a.m. here at the hotel. I'm getting ready to leave and head to the airport, but first I'm going to go through my bag, check over everything, make sure I have all the stuff I could need, and I'm ready for security. So this is my backpack I carry with me everywhere. If I go somewhere, this backpack does too. It's a good smaller size, as you can see, so it's not a huge inconvenience to carry around, but it's also big enough to hold all the essential stuff I could need in a day and need to keep with me. And inside of that backpack, I have this smaller bag, and I believe it came with this. I'd love to tell you exactly where I got it and all that, but it was many years ago and I don't know. So in here I have this smaller pack, and in that smaller pack is where I keep all my spare parts, as I say. First off, plenty of towels in case needed. In the lower compartment down here, I keep, it's one thing I should point out, it has these strings on the side so that if you need to change a bag in a bathroom stall, something like that, you can hook this on the back of the stall and you have this kind of flat platform to work on and set your stuff on. So you can set yourself up like this and get everything ready to go to take care of yourself. But in here I keep 2 flanges, everything pre-cut. That way I don't have to carry the scissors in here and deal with that hassle when I'm going through airport security. There are those small medical scissors with the ball ends on them that I believe are okay to take through security for medical reasons. I don't 100% guarantee that though, because it's been so long since I've last had to deal with that I don't remember exactly what the rules are or if they changed or not. I also keep at least 2 of my bags ready to go, and then of course the plastic bags to throw everything away if I need. In the top compartment, I keep kind of a bit of extra stuff. Plenty of some flange extenders, pre-cut smaller, full-size bigger ones, a few of them just in case. Plenty of adhesive remover wipes. And again, if you hang this on a bathroom stall or something, it doesn't keep doing that. And then strip paste that I use for my flanges. And I use half of one on each flange when I put a flange on. So I have 2 of these. This one has a half in it. The one in here I already cut in half, so again, I don't need to carry scissors on me. That gives me 3 chances to get it right when I have to put one of these on. And then filter covers just in case I need for some reason. This kit covers pretty much, I think that's all stuff in there, pretty much what I need to change my bag multiple times wherever I'm at. So this combo stays with me everywhere I go at all times. So this is a short trip I'm on right here, just over the weekend, so I didn't need to carry any extra supplies. Just what I keep with me on a daily basis was plenty. In all reality, I could have gotten away with not taking anything, but as we all know, that's probably not a smart move. So if you're going on a longer trip where you're going to need actual supplies and going to have to do a bag change and all that, pack twice as much as you think you'll need, and then probably 1 or 2 extra on top of that, just in case, because if you're lucky like mine, if anything bad's going to happen, that's when it's going to happen. All right, let's get all this packed back up, and then we'll head to the airport. All right, we're all packed up and ready to head over to the airport, so we're gonna head downstairs and get our ride, and yes, that is my pink flower suitcase. It's actually my wife's pink flower suitcase, but mine for the weekend. So we're gonna head to the airport, and when we get there, we'll go over the part everybody's probably most afraid of, and that is getting through security when it looks like you have drugs or a bomb strapped to your stomach. So we'll go over the process, what they can and can't search, how you get through there, what you need to tell them, what you don't. And it's not as bad of a deal as you think. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna film that because I'm all by myself and my camera will have to be on that little x-ray belt, but we'll figure that out when we get there. So let's get on our way. right, we're all checked in, still got our bag, and we're getting ready to go through TSA over here, which is the part everybody's most worried about. So if you fly a lot, get the pre-check clearance, and then you get to, one, skip the long line, two, you get to go through usually just the normal metal detectors instead of the body scanner. I don't have pre-check because I don't fly that often anymore. I used to fly every week. But without the pre-check, you're almost guaranteed to go through the body scanner, and the body scanner is a guarantee that you will get pulled to the side and searched. So how this is going to work is I'm going to go through, put all my stuff on the belt like normal, go through the x-ray machine. I'm going to go into the body scanner, put my hands up, do the whole deal. As soon as you step out, tell them I have an ostomy bag, because they're going to see it here real quick. It's going to pop up on the screen. Now once you tell them that, they're gonna usually pull you off to the side. Sometimes they're gonna go through and do the whole open up your bag and check everything else out thing. But what they do as far as searching you, which is what worries everybody, is you do not have to show them your bag. You do not have to lift your shirt up. You do not have to show your bag in front of everybody else. If they tell you to, they are wrong. Tell them they need to get a supervisor or someone over there. That's incorrect. The only thing you have to do is you stick your hand under and put on the bag like this. They're not allowed to do it. You can. Touch your bag, put your hand out, they swab your hand, and they stick that little swab in the machine to make sure it's not drugs or a bomb or anything like that. Then sometimes they'll want to pat you down extra. They are not allowed to touch your bag or pat down on your bag. They can pat next to it on your shirt, but they can't pat your bag. Only you can pat where your bag is. Only you can put your hand under your shirt. If they tell you any different, they are wrong, and you need to tell them they can get a supervisor over or someone else, because that's incorrect. Now, if they pat you down, like I said, they'll pat around the bag, not on the bag. They'll also swab their own gloves and put that swab in the machine too. Once both of those come out as clear, no bombs, no drugs, you should be good to go from there. So TSA is not as scary as it sounds. I think only once have I ever had one who says like, well, you need to show me. It's like, no. You can ask any of your other colleagues. I do not, I'm not going to. And the guy standing right next to him heard that and goes, no, no, that's not how it works. Have him put his hand under, touch his bag, swab the hand, that's it. So it's not that big a deal. It's pretty easy to get through. Most all TSAs I've ever had to deal with were on it. They knew what to do. They made it simple and easy. Thing is, with the body scanner, you are gonna get a little secondary search, which makes sense since it does look like you have something strapped to your stomach, because you do. So I'm gonna head through here. I obviously don't think I can film through there because I'm by myself. So I have to do this sometime when I have someone with me who can go ahead of me and then film me coming through and the actual pat down and all that and how that works. So I'm gonna go through there. I'll see you guys most likely on the other side. All right, well, we're on the other side, and apparently you can forget everything I just said, because I went through security, put all my stuff on the belt, go through the body scanner, and it scans you, and then as soon as I step out to the other side, there's 2 TSA agents there, and I tell them I have an ostomy bag, because they're about to see that I have an ostomy bag. And the guy's like, okay, no problem. And then he looks at the screen and he goes, oh, you're good to go, there's nothing. And I go, what? And he turns and shows me the screen. I'm green all the way through. It didn't catch it at all. So I was thinking it was going to be for sure the pat down and all that, because Baltimore's known for being kind of the tougher security. And he goes, I like even argued with the guy. I'm like, you sure? And I can just go? And he goes, yeah, dude, it's all green. We can't touch you. And I'm like, all right, see ya, thanks. So no big deal at all, even at Baltimore with their security. I guess the machine didn't catch it. I guess that's a good reason to empty your bag out before you go through security. There's just that much less there. And I guess that kind of makes sense. If it's all emptied out, all there is on your stomach is just very, very thin plastic. So it probably wouldn't show much if the machine's not set super sensitive. So either way, made it through, no problems. Didn't get searched, didn't get arrested, thrown in some side room or locked away. So like I said, security is nothing to worry about with an ostomy bag. It's, if you know what the process is and what to expect, it's no big deal. And in this case, it was even easier than I expected. So we're gonna head down here, go find our gate, and get on our way home. Okay, our gate is right over there, so we're just waiting on it to open up so we can get on the plane. But another concern a lot of people have about an ostomy bag on an airplane is when you go way up high in the sky, and I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but when you go way up high in the sky, does the bag balloon up and pop? And no, it doesn't. Yes, you go up in altitude, but the plane cabin is pressurized, so your relative altitude that your body is in and pressure is the same, so the bag does not expand and blow up. I mean, I guess if the plane went through like depressurization or a window blew out of it or something like that while you're 30,000 feet in the air, maybe your bag would blow up, I don't know, but if you're in that scenario, that would be about the last of my concerns, and you would not be the only one who made a mess of your pants at that point, so no big deal. Now, I do try to make sure my bag is always emptied out before I get on the plane. I always try to make sure before I go through security as well, and clearly that helps, I guess, because they didn't even notice it. But I always make sure it's out before I go on the plane, because airplane bathrooms are super small and they are a super pain place to try to empty your bag out. So get it emptied out no matter how little is in it before you get on the plane, so that you're good to go through the whole flight and you can use an actual bathroom once you get out of it afterwards. So looks like we're getting close to boarding over here. Should be one of the early ones to board, so I'm going to head over there, get on the plane, and we will start flying home. Finally, after 4 airports and 3 airplanes today, plus another 2 airplanes and 3 airports on the way out there, I am back in Redmond. Gonna go find my pickup and go home. So look at that, right where I left it. So that's it. I'd love to show you a whole bunch more of the ostomy airport experience, but there isn't one. It's the exact same as flying any other time, other than that little bit of extra security, which this time didn't even turn out to be a thing, to show how not serious it is. You don't have to show them your bag. You don't have to pull your shirt up in public. You don't need a doctor's note. You don't need a medical certificate. None of that. You just pat your bag with your hand under your shirt. They swab it, stick it in the machine. Done deal. You might get a little extra pat down, but again, they can't touch your bag. They can pat around it, not on it. It's no big deal. After that, flying sucks just because it's flying, and connection times and dealing with the airports, just like it is for everyone else. It is no different when you have an ostomy bag. Your bag won't pop going on a plane. Nothing to worry about. So if you have an ostomy bag or are looking at getting an ostomy bag, I knew I was getting mine for a long time before I finally got it, and these are all concerns I had. I know it's a concern a lot of other people had. Clearly I've got enough messages just from that one little blip on that past video. It's a concern a lot of people have, and it's no big deal. Don't worry about it. Go live your life, have fun. It's the same experience as it is for anybody else at the airport. I know this is a very different video than what I usually do, but like I said, I got more than a few messages off that past video, and a lot of people are really concerned about it. So if this video helps anybody kind of get over that fear and be able to go enjoy themselves, 100% worth it. After this, we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled programming. So thanks for watching on this one, and we'll see you guys next time.